Excellent. So I hope you guys can see the screen. Excellent. So thank you very much. My name is Hussein Mukhtarzadeh from Motic Medical, and I would like to welcome everyone. So we have amazing 32 and is counting people here. And as I can see here from the names, amazingly from all over the world. We have from Europe, we have from some of you guys I know from Australia, because this is designed for here, like this part of the world. But I really appreciate some of you guys get up quite early, and you can basically join us. I would really be happy to talk to you guys. Let's see how this allows us this go to webinar. So we have a lot to cover today, and I would love to make it more interactive if we can. And this is the first free DFlow workshop. DFlow is a software package that we have all our hardware and software. Basically, our hardware are being connected through this. Let me just bring the question. So if there was anything, yeah, just type it, and I can actually respond quite fast there. All right. So as you can see here, I prepared quite a lot of things, but we don't have to go through all of them necessarily. As I mentioned, I would love this to be more interactive, and you guys, it would be hands-on, and you guys have the DFlow hopefully installed, and you can do some stuff. So I'll share things with you guys. First, I'll do it myself, and then I'll give you guys time to do it. I'll go through the introduction, you know, some of the stuff that's happening within the company, and like the type of video contest we have, some introduction to the tutorials that we have, and then a little bit of basic DFlow, what DFlow is and how you can develop applications. Some sort of biofeedback, how you can create that, and then HBM stands for human body model, and a little bit of scripting, and then hopefully if we have time we have Q&A at the end. You know, let's just get into that. So a little bit about history of Motic. Motic started in 1994. It's around the kind of like gaming type of things we do, but then they figure out, oh, we can actually build something around for medical purposes eventually. So the Karen base was there, so we'll hear more about Karen and learn what it is. Then Karen 2006 was the Karen basically extended, as you can see. Then the high end, this is the top end of what we have. There are many of them out there in the world. Then the Grail system, they're all modular basically. You can think of the whole Karen and then some part of it, you know, being modular, so that for a specific purpose. So we call it like Grail. And then we had Dynastable, we don't have it anymore. A similar idea, but a smaller version. And then we had a merger with another company. Then the VR came, like C-Mill VR, again for a specific purpose, more of a clinician type of things, you know, when for the like hospital type of things. And then another merger happened, and we had with Hokuma. Hokuma is another company that we merged. Then Haptic Master we had in terms of like the forces type of thing, you know. So I'm not going to go through all the details, but you can just get the names, and if you're interested, you can go ahead and figure it out. Like if you have any question, you can actually ask me as well. Then we had Ryzen, the recent one in 2018. There are quite a lot of things happening nowadays, but because they are in the development, so we cannot talk too much about them, but stay tuned. We will hear more about these type of things. So as I said, we have a modular system, which means we start with like a treadmill, and then people can add things to it like a VR, and then, you know, like a VR also can change the immersive part, and the motion capture can come. Then for instance, the body weight support can come. So you can see that you can actually add, you can start with something and end up, you know, to a higher level, like a Grail system. And a little bit about myself. If you guys don't know me, as I said, my name is Hossein Mokhtarzadeh. So I did my whole education in mechanical engineering, and working in startups. I was a faculty member. I worked actually a project manager in different projects, and I've done quite a lot like computer modeling, experimental, and I did a research fellowship at Harvard Medical School. And then I joined last year to a team as a multi-customer success manager in a research business unit. and I love doing sport and stuff. If you're interested, I can talk more about them. And these are some of the things that I've done the last like 10, 15 years. Started my PhD in knee injuries, then hip fracture in Melbourne Medical School. I went to Harvard to do spine fracture. It was a big project, like 67 years project. And there are some models that is quite unique now. We developed more than 25,000 times downloaded so far. So you can have a look at them if you're interested. And then a little bit of TBI, like brain damages back in Melbourne. These are, if you're interested, you can have a look at my Google Scholar. So enough about us. So now we're just gonna hopefully go a bit deeper into deep flow, and I'll give you some examples that what happens and what people can do and what other people have done, and then we start hopefully the kind of hands-on version. So please feel free to, so maybe what do you guys think? Because this GoToWebinar doesn't seem to give us access, because I would love to see you guys. So if you don't mind, I can create some sort of like a Zoom, or quickly share it now here. We go there. Just tell me, if we have enough yes, then I'll create that after I finish the introduction, because I really want to see you guys and see you guys can ask questions, etc. So do you think that's easier for you guys to handle, or like a team type of things? I can quickly send you the link here and we go there all together. What do you think? Yeah, can everyone just, yeah, I see that people saying yes, they're fine with, yeah, that's fine, perfect. Anything's fine. Okay, so let me finish this introduction. That's just me talking, and then I send you a link. We all go there. Okay, and maybe by then everyone would be joining as well. So because we have now 35 people, and hopefully it will be, if there are more people, they will see what we're doing, where we are. Okay. Okay, so please have a look at this part, because this is the key for today's talk and workshop. Either you're doing clinical testing, or you're doing research, or you're doing anything about human performance related type of things. These are somehow the procedure. So we sort of design the study or design that program, and this does not need necessarily a lab. So you just do it on pen and pencil, it's in like a whiteboard, you're just talking to your colleagues, and everything is kind of virtual, right? You don't need a lab. And then you take it, if you have an idea and you just develop something simple, you just take it to, let's say, a lab and for feasibility studies, all right? And then if you're fine with it, then you take it to a larger group and then you do the actual test. And as you all know, this is not just very straightforward, easy one, right? So it's just a loop. So it may take quite a lot of time to design a proper study, like 6 months or 1 year or more. And what I'm going to focus today, because it's all a virtual one, so we're going to focus here. And interestingly, because we have an emulator, dflow, like data flow that we have, is emulator. So which means we can actually bring and kind of simulate or emulate the whole package or whole hardware within our software. So we don't really need necessarily our hardware. And when we understand what's happening, then we can take it there, So that's the cool thing about what we do here. I told you that Karen is one of our top of the range systems. It has got the immersive virtual VR, 3D motion. Some of you guys working in 3D, like using 3D motion, like Vicon system, other type of systems. And 6 degree of freedom platform, as you can see, it can move all over, like up and down and left and right, etc. And then dual belt is instrumented one, which means that you can actually change the belt speed. So you can create some sort of, you'll see now that like a fall type of things, and the force plate here. That's a cool thing. And you can control everything that I say here. You can control them via a treadmill. So here's an example. Since you can see that she's walking, what we developed here. And as she's walking, being perturbed and finding a target. So you can see it's a multi-sensory system. So you are visually trying to find targets, or walking by mechanic, and then being perturbed mechanically. So you can see this, all the sensory system is working here. And these can be used for the like far related things, as you can see, what's he doing is walking and being perturbed, as I said, just by changing the speed of the treadmill one side to the relative to the other. And it's quite simple. We made it very simple for everyone to do it, like a perturbation versus time. You actually perturb, change the speed, change acceleration, and this is what is needed. It's very simple, and then the system will provide that for you. And in the meantime, you can collect a lot of things, a lot of like you have motion of the joints, or EMG, EEG, whatever you actually can provide here. You can collect the data. This is another one. As you can see that he's walking, and what I'm doing, I'm connecting with that joystick, and then suddenly perturb the person. See, and I made it very slow, but you can actually control it in any way. So these are links you can go ahead and watch their comprehensive workshops and webinars. People have done really cool things with our systems. You can see here with designing, for instance, exoskeletal, or designing what you may call it, and their robotic systems. They want to know if their robot is being perturbed, what will happen, and how they design it. Because it's a control system, you can actually see all the changes that happens, and you can control here, and you can even connect this to some extent to the 2D flow, and make changes over there. If you're interested, we can talk more later on. We had a contest. Some of you guys joined, participated in this. We had a multi-video contest this year. I was really amazed by. You can go ahead and watch some of them. There are more than 3-4 that you can see here on our Motec YouTube. But I'll just show you one of them. It's quite interesting. I really like it myself. You can see what he has done, Bill, from the US. What he has done, he has connected our Karen to eye tracking. So what I showed you, someone is finding a target. So what he does, he actually uses his eye to find that target and connected that. And this is a Vicon, basically, and eye tracking at the same time. It's really cool, you basically can connect different types of hardware and software within the D-Flow, and using it with our hardware to collect data. So you can see that he's actually collecting data and figuring out where the eyes, moving, right? So it's all on our YouTube. You can watch them later. And we have also quite a lot of tutorials on, again, there. Some of them I just maybe touch base today, or we can discuss a little bit today. But there are like 20 something you can, because now that you have D-Flow, you can go ahead. I try to make them as simple as possible so that you can even redo it. If you have any question, just let me know. We can share more things about them. All right. So I think this is the part that I wanted to just share with you guys. And let me quickly come back with a link here, and we will actually go to. Let me just quickly start this team. Give me a sec. If you have any question, please type it here. I'll just get back to you guys while I'm creating it.